All right, welcome to Idaho Central Arena for Pink in the Rink weekend. As the Steelheads battle the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, we are excited to celebrate Pink in the Rink. I am pleased to be joined by, well, a couple of Silianoffs here. Grant behind us, but more importantly this time, Grant, it's Lori Silianoff, your mom. Lori, first of all, I just want you to kind of take us through your journey of your cancer diagnosis and where you are to this point, and you were kind enough to share your story with us. So what is your story, for those that don't know?
Well, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer 2 years ago in December, the day before my birthday, so that was fun. What I want to share is early detection is key. I made a few phone calls, but hung up because I got nervous. And my husband was on a work trip with my daughter, and they got home a little bit after 6 at night, and I told my husband, I'm like, okay, here's the deal. You need to keep me accountable. And so got an appointment, so that was Tuesday. I was in the doctor Wednesday. I was getting a mammogram and an ultrasound Thursday, a biopsy the next week, and then everything turned out to be stage 4 breast cancer. So in the beginning, it's very hard. You kind of kick yourself for not, going to the doctor a little bit earlier, but then you're like, oh, there's so much going on with, Grant was a senior at Notre Dame, and I'm like, I don't want to screw up his season, and, there's just a lot of stuff. But I have an amazing oncologist, Dr. Lassie, in Minnesota. Love her. She's just super cool. We're in a great spot. I'm maintaining where I'm at. When I first got my diagnosis, I had cancer in my liver and my left hip as well. The liver's gone and the hip is gone of cancer. And my tumor is shrinking a lot.
That's great news.
And it's really, I've been doing great. I've been, just enjoying life. It can turn on a dime like that. And it was a rough few months, but here we are. And we're all happy. And things are going well, and I'm just grateful. We flew into our place in Vegas a week ago Wednesday, and we got off the plane, and Grant's like, Mom, you gotta come next week. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So we're here, and honored that I got a jersey with Grant's number on it.
Take us through, if you don't mind, the process by which you received this jersey, because it was kind of an event, how you got it.
It was so cool. So my husband was golfing Monday morning, and he's like, something's coming, but you can't open it. And I was like, okay. And then Grant, Mom, there's a box at the front door. You can't open it. I was like, okay. So then John gets back, whatever, and I opened the box, and the first thing I saw was Grant's picture. And I was like, Grant, it's a picture of you.
As any mom would,
And he's like, no, Mom, keep going. And I was like, okay. And then I pulled out some hats and stuff, and then this jersey. And of course I cried, because I was like, oh, this is so special. That the organization thought of me personally. It really touched my heart. And then I got a nice card from all the boys, and that really touched my heart too.
Team rallying behind you here in Boise, Idaho.
It's so cool. And the guys are so great. So, and they help support Grant as well, which helps me. And it's nice having Edina boys here. That know me as, our family, and we're all really close together. So
some of them here, not too far off camera here as we talk. You talk about, obviously, Grant and your whole family as a support system. How big was it to have them to lean on during this entire process?
It's a lot. In the beginning, I didn't want to tell him. I wanted to tell him in person. So I got to tell him the day I found out. He flew out to our house. So that was a lot. My daughter is a sleuth, so I don't know that you should be turning off locations. So she found out what I was doing. So she knew before Grant, and my daughter's been really helpful in the very beginning. She's in Minnesota, so she was doing a lot of Zoom calls and office visits and the writing and everything, so I remember what's going on. And they're great. And I have 2 older sisters, and my nieces and nephews, those people are great. And I've got a solid group of friends from high school. And, I just got a great support system. And if you have that, they know some days are going to be good, but the majority, are even better.
Yeah.
You just kind of learn how to deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, I've known you for all of 15 minutes here, and your energy and your radiance is already on display, even with this diagnosis, right? And all the things you're going through. Has that kind of been your outlook on trying to just stay positive throughout this entire thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very positive, and I'm very open, because everybody's journey is so different.
Yeah.
Even if you have the same thing, everybody's body reacts differently. And so, I tell my journey, and it's my story to tell, and everybody has their own,
Yeah.
So I'm just there if anybody has a question or just like out of curiosity,
Yeah. I feel like I really admire that kind of quality of taking control of that journey and kind of saying, I own it, this is mine, I'm going to tell it as my story, right? And that feels like taking control of the situation in a sense.
Absolutely. And it's not a journey everybody wants to be on. I would prefer not to be on this journey.
Of course.
But, my doctor, she's very optimistic, and, when you look, you just can't go down that rabbit hole of information. You got to just have, like I said, I've got a great oncologist, I got great family and friends, and I'm just happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be here.
Of course. Always happy to be in Boise.
Yes, I
watching
love
this guy play some hockey.
Of course.
Got to go on Wednesday. Not a bad time to score first goal of the
I know.
game. So.
Oh my gosh. He probably heard me from up above.
Well, I'm definitely sure he did. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I wish you nothing but happiness and health in 2026, and I hope you enjoy the game tonight and tomorrow, and
thank you
for this guy as well.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We really appreciate you guys, and for my jersey.